Okay, here we go. Great. Once again, good morning, and my name is Larissa G, and it is such a pleasure for me to be here at the 23rd Annual Family Cafe here in sunny Orlando, Florida. This is my first time presenting at the Family Cafe, and the first time presenting live since the COVID-19 pandemic. The beginning, per se. I'm very grateful to the Family Cafe Committee for giving me this special opportunity to share my story with the special needs community and their family members. Now let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a New Jersey musician, a singer, pianist, a recording artist, as well as a presenter on topics of disability. I hold a bachelor's degree in music therapy, and I'm also an adaptive music lessons teacher for children with special needs. In the recent year, I branched out to publishing illustrated books, which are right here. In 1994, at the age of 2, I was diagnosed with autism. In the early 1990s, the CDC reported that approximately 1 in 10,000 babies were diagnosed with autism. And today, as many of you may know, the Center for Disease Control reports that approximately 1 in every 54 children in the United States is diagnosed with autism, and the world is catching up. 1 in 160 individuals around the world are reported to have autism. These statistics show that autism is one of the fastest growing disabilities around us. I'm here today to share with you my own story of growing up on the autism spectrum. What is probably most unusual about my story is that I will tell it to you through music and song, allowing you to take a look into the triumphs and challenges of life on the autism spectrum, told from the perspective of someone who actually lived through them. If you're a parent or a family member of a child with autism, I hope that my presentation will encourage, inform, and inspire you. I also hope that my story will empower parents of a child with autism or other special needs to help their child reach their fullest potential. Support from my family, and my mom is right here in the audience. Kudos to her. It played a crucial role during my journey on the autism spectrum. I hope to send a message that you, the families of children with special needs, are the driving force behind providing the best chance in life to your children. And now, moving on to my presentation. In 2016, during the last year of my music therapy college education, everything okay? Not yet. Okay, so to be continued, in 2016, during the last year of my music therapy college education, I took an independent study course on music theory and composition. In those years, I was really hesitant to publicly share information about my diagnosis, my childhood, and my life on the autism spectrum. I was desperately trying to blend in with the college community, and honestly, it was pretty hard. At the time, my professor suggested that I write a musical composition to express what it was like to live with autism. And that was what gave birth to the idea of raising autism awareness through music. Once my composition was finalized, I presented it as part of my senior recital on April 2nd, 2016, on World Autism Awareness Day at my alma mater, the John Calley School of Music at Montclair State University, to faculty members, students, family, and friends to standing ovation. My project had an advocacy and an educational component that I accomplished by inviting several autism professionals including Dr. Ira Cohen, which you'll get to hear later. He was following me as an autism specialist over the years, and I was very lucky that he attended my event. My musical composition, which I envisioned as a long and bumpy train ride, depicted the trials, the tribulations, emotions, and the triumphs of my autism journey, covering a period from the day of my diagnosis all the way until the point of self-discovery. Conversations with my mother were what inspired me to write the first song in my presentation, called Life is a Train Ride, describing a mother who is excited to have a baby girl, but gradually notices that her child stops communicating, she stops using the words that she was taught, and she withdraws into her own world. Since this song was inspired by my own childhood story and the monumental effort of my own mother to help me overcome my challenges, I dedicated this song to my mother as well as other mothers of children with autism. Let me now take you back in time to April 2nd, 2016, my World Autism Awareness Day concert. That concert was the stepping stone to my future role as an inspirational presenter on autism awareness through music. And that original project eventually evolved into an illustrated book called Life is a Train Ride, an Autism Journey, which I brought with me to this conference, and it is available for purchase at the exhibit hall. Everyone. I'm Lara, and it's really a great pleasure and honor to see everyone here tonight. I hope that each and every guest in the audience will enjoy tonight's program and will find a little bit of inspiration in it. Before I go on with my program, I'd like to say a few words of thanks to several people who were instrumental in making this event possible. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart for coming here tonight to support me and this important cause. This special day today is World Autism Awareness Day.
Today, you're going to hear a performance from Lara Boy, a very talented individual in the autism spectrum. In the last 4 years, she has completed all academic requirements for a bachelor's degree in music therapy with anticipated academic honors here at Montclair State University. She is the composer of several original songs describing life on the autism spectrum, which you will hear today. She has also recorded a total of 10 albums on CD, with over 100 cover songs and piano melodies. I have worked with Lara for the past 4 years as her primary music technician, and have seen her talents and strengths with music evolve throughout the years. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for Lara.
Thank you, James. I'll begin by singing my first song, Life is a Train Ride, which talks about the beginning of a life journey of a child on the autism spectrum and about the commitment of a mother to embark on a very special journey, the journey of supporting her daughter to win the fight against the barriers of autism. I encourage you to follow along on the projection screen up here for lyrics and narrative. The narrative will describe my journey all the way from infancy to the point of self-discovery.
One breezy autumn day, in answer to mother's prayer, baby is born, gleaming with light, bringing so much delight. Mother gives baby word, and baby takes all she heard, holding them tight with all her might, staring with eyes so bright. Life is a train ride that we stay on day and night, up off and back on and go on to win the fight. Embark on a journey that will take us up and down, up off and back on, and whether we smile or frown. One windy winter day, blue skies turn to gray. Turning away, baby won't say words, shudder day by day. Mother's eyes filled with tears, hopeless and full of fears, trying to search, looking to hear, whispering in baby's ear. Life is a train ride that we stay on day and night, up off and back on and go on to win the fight. Embark on a journey that will take us up and down, up off and back on, whether in smile or frown. Starting to swirl away, baby's no longer gay, fading away with no wish to play. Mother prays in dismay. Mother will board the train, whether there's sun or rain. Though in her heart she's feeling pain, she'll try to break the chain. Life is a train ride that we stay on day and night, up off and back on and go on to win the fight. Embark on a journey that will take us up and down, up off and back on, whether we smile or frown. Embark on a journey that will take us up and down, up off and back on, whether it's smile or frown.
Life is a train ride that we stay on day and night, hop off and back on, and go on to win the fight.
Deep in the forest, there's a beautiful place where magic is swaying and waltzing with grace. Magic that's swirling and prancing inside, knowing it's safe here, there's nothing to hide. The rooms here come to life to the sounds of music, filled with songs I never heard. The spirit in this place is unique and exotic, and every book speaks word by word. Each painting I see here is sparkling with light, retelling a story of glorious light, with colors and tunes of magical hissing. Nevertheless, I feel something's missing. At once six special children with hidden powers will be brought here on the wings of a dove. They will fill the place with laughter for hours, celebrating their gifts from above. Place gifts in their hands to bring out their virtue, weaving the web of friendship and love. The colors of puzzle will be staring right at you, of why they were sent here by the mystical dove. What will bring the bits of the puzzle together? Can it be the honeydew aroma of their soul? Can it be the child living in their hearts forever, or an embrace from the world as a whole? A long winding path may lead to the answer of why I was brought to this place, a place where a child can soar like a dancer. Let's stay on this path and let's leave a trace. Let's stay on this path and let's leave a trace.
Thank you.
Let's stay on this path and let's leave a trace.
Thank you.
welcome to the podium Dr. Ira Cohen, retired chair of Department of Psychology at the Jervis Institute for Basic Research in Developmental Disabilities in Staten Island, New York. I'd like to extend special gratitude and acknowledgement for his dedicated professional expertise and support over the years.
That was amazing. Thank you. I wrote some notes about what I was going to talk about when I came here, and I just threw them out. There's a word for this in Yiddish. It's called nachas. Did you think this was going to be like when you first came to see me, what you were going to experience now? No. I know Lara since she was about 3 years old, and I think what was very apparent with her and why she's made the progress that she's made is that she comes from a very dedicated family who clearly love and support her. And they wanted to find intervention that was efficacious. And my guidance, I suppose, was basically to direct them on what to do and to check and see how she was doing over time. And she made quite a bit of progress. And I think we can see that now. It's amazing. Thank you, you're incredible. As far as autism, the numbers were about what you said, about one or 4 per 10,000 cases, and the numbers have gone up, I think largely because we recognize it better, but there could be other reasons as well. And the other thing that has changed a lot and gives me hope for the future along the lines of what you are suggesting is that way back when I first started, autism wasn't even recognized as its own disorder. It was considered a form of schizophrenia. And it was only in 1980 that it became recognized as a developmental disorder, a developmental disability. And this was around the time of what was called the deinstitutionalization movement. Prior to that time, if a parent had a child who had a developmental disability, they were put into warehouses, never to be seen again. And the idea that you would have these people in the community was frowned upon, and when the deinstitutionalization movement happened, it caused a lot of stress in the community. You don't see that anymore. Things are changing and attitudes are changing. And I think people are recognizing autism as a spectrum, as they see, and we have people who have incredible abilities that need to be capitalized, and we need to accept them. And then we have the other that Lara just sang about, of kids who have clearly more handicaps and need much more support. And the researchers have made a lot of progress in the area. But I think the reason why we're seeing a lot more research is because of parents, like Lara's parents, because they were the ones who pushed the researchers to get involved in this kind of intervention, in this trying to find out what's causing these conditions. So it was because of them that the attitudes have changed, and because of them, there is now funding for this type of research. So without the parents, this couldn't be. And by the way, we no longer blame parents for causing autism, right? That used to be the idea. And that's in this country, but they're still doing that in France. Okay, just to let you know that the world is still a mixed up place. But anyway, it is a delight to be here, and I couldn't think of any other place I'd rather be than right now and being with you. Thank you.
I hope you all enjoyed this throwback presentation. As I mentioned earlier, the musical trio of this concert is what eventually led me to publish my book, Life is a Train Ride, An Autism Journey, which was co-illustrated by my hometown high school artist, Mikoto Ozawa, and myself. Here's the book, and here are the pages. Can everybody see? Great. And by the way, In the concert that you just saw, my instrumental musical composition and narrative describing my journey were not shown in full. I encourage you all to fill in the blanks by reading it in my book and listen to the whole instrumental piece while you read the book. You can download the track titled The Train Ride, an Autism Journey, as well as the 2 other songs that you just heard directly from my website. It's www.larissagemusic.info. I have the books right here if you're interested to purchase them, and I'll be continuing to offer them at the exhibit hall right after my presentation. And my book is also available for purchase on KDP Amazon. And this book also includes my poem, My Dream of the House of Discovery, the music video of which you just saw in the concert video. I illustrated this poem in the book myself because it was very personal to me. It is based on my mystical vision of a special place where children with autism and other special needs are loved, accepted, appreciated, and their unique gifts are nurtured. This song was also inspired by my own experiences volunteering in the special needs community during my high school years and by my desire to give back everything I received during my autism journey. Let's stay on this path and let's leave a trace. And nowadays, I teach music to children both with and without special needs at my Discovery Music Studio. More recently, I branched out to compose songs on different topics that affect children, and besides this book, I published 6 other illustrated books on these topics. Here is Shy Am I, which is Overcoming Shyness. I Can Do It Myself, Building Independent Skills in Children. Encouraging positive thinking. Don't forget that life rocks. And accepting differences in others, different like confetti. Besides Life is a Train Ride, there are 2 other books on the topic of autism awareness. My Name is Faye, which introduces the topic of autism to children, and Know That You're Worth It and Dreamers on Air is a book of inspirational poems for young people with autism. Most of the books were illustrated by young artists from my hometown high school, and some I illustrated myself, and one of them was illustrated by my 15-year-old sister, Victoria, who unfortunately could not make it today. And what is unique to my books is that each book has a corresponding song that is available for download on major music platforms.
I'm 8 years old and my name is Faye, and I look like you in almost every way. My eyes and ears look the same as yours, but I see different things and I hear different chords.
Have you ever wondered why we are all so different, you and I? all so different, so colorful, just like confetti. Dream of things you love most and turn a bad thought into a ghost. Tell a friend a good word and throw a crumb to a bird. Hold on to the happy, let go of the sad. Grab on to the good things, get rid of the bad. It's very hard to say goodbye when you're feeling very shy. Shy and light. Shy and light. He did not know how to do the many things he wanted to. He tried and tried so hard all day, but could not find a single way. A boy named Tom, who goes to school, he's in first grade, and he knows every rule. Tom likes school, he learns to read and write. He learns about the sun and moon and stars at night. One day Tom's teacher gave him some play. She said, make anything, make something your way. Tom wondered, can I do it myself? Will I do it myself? All by myself? Do you think I can? And dance in the rain, singing out loud, still to myself, with troubles to thrust. Who do I trust? What will remain after the rain? Will I forget all of my pain? Will I still dance, or will I refrain? Asking myself, who am I now? Am I enough? Am I still worth it? Am I still worth it? Am I still worth it? Room to spare. Room to spare. Room to spare. Room to spare. I am here to let you know we will sometimes need protection. We will need love and affection. Whether we are right or wrong, in return we'll pay with kindness. We will show you how our mind works, often capable of brightness. We can grow to help you too. All we want is to be dreamers on air. Thank you for searching for the key of why we're there. Although we were cloned by danger in the air, we'll fly towards you, who found love to spare. Love to spare. Love to spare. Room to spare. Room to spare.
Thank you. Thank you. My books are going to be available right after this presentation at the exhibit hall, and for future purchases, they're also available on Amazon, and for purchases of 10 books or more, please visit my website. Once again, it's www.larissagmusic.info. And most of my books include coloring and activity pages, and each book comes with a pack of crayons and a fun kid-friendly small item, also known as a perk. I would like to talk now a little bit more about my book, My Name is Faye, a picture book on autism put to music. My mother said that she wished there was a book on autism for children when I was growing up. And I myself thought that it would be very important to teach school-age children, both neurotypical and on the autism spectrum, about the topic of autism. So I created a song and self-illustrated a book, My Name is Faye, about an 8-year-old girl with autism. Could do a quick show of the pages. Here they are. Oh, okay. Here's the pages right there. And here are coloring. It includes coloring pages, as I mentioned before. Here we go. And it has fun, kid-friendly facts about autism. Here we are. Can everyone see? And Faye, she's well aware that she is different from other children. She describes her unique and literal view of the world. Faye is mystical. She is rapping standing on a cloud and realistic at the same time because her character was influenced by my own childhood autism characteristics. And the song can be downloaded off major music platforms. And this book, as I mentioned before, once again, has child-friendly facts about autism with coloring pages. And I'd also like to mention that I recently became a host of my own monthly edutainment show on my YouTube channel called Words and Beats, The Larissa G Show. And each episode of my show focuses on a different topic from one of my books. Episodes 1 through 6 of Words and Beats can be viewed on my YouTube channel, which is currently undergoing maintenance, but it will be back in about a few weeks. And please subscribe to my channel, Larissa G Music, and once they're on, you can enjoy the shows. And since my World Autism Awareness Day concert and college graduation, I traveled with my autism awareness projects, Dreamers on Air, The Autism Journey, presenting it nationwide at autism, disability, music therapy conferences, educational institutions, and fundraisers. And here's a glimpse of a few people and places that I encountered on my autism awareness journey, ending with an inspirational song I sang at an a cappella for autism fundraiser a few years ago. Here it is.
Right here in the rain, I'm singing my song. I'm here to explain, where do I belong? A rainbow up there has lit up the air. I feel I'm strong and will do no wrong. Singing out loud to the whole world. When troubles to thrust, I am who I trust. I am my best guide. I'm ready to ride and conquer the storm in my
You're such a great team. We have about 10 more minutes. So besides presenting on autism awareness and being a book author, I also love playing the piano and singing in different languages, intend to be more exact, and I do it both live and online. Today, I decided to share with you 3 songs that I chose to perform because I feel that I have a unique connection to each one of them. The first song you will hear is called Summerfly. It's a song about how one feels nostalgic for their childhood, which is a common feeling among people on the autism spectrum. And I have to say that I myself sometimes feel that I want to return back to childhood. And it was made famous by Hayley Westenra, a New Zealand singer who, like me, has a connection to children through music. In another younger day, I could dream the time away in the universe inside my room. And the world was really mine from June till September. And if it wasn't really so, I was lucky not to know, and I was lucky not to wonder why. 'Cause the summertime is all that I remember. Summerfly was buzzing every night when I was young. In the gentle world my childlike senses knew. And the world was just my cousin, and the wind was just the tongue. In the voice my lonely moments listened to. And I look at me today, all the dreams have gone away, and I'm where I never thought I'd be. Seeing things I never thought I'd seen happen to me. And I lie awake at night till the darkness turns to light, hearing voices calling out my name, calling over and again the same message to me. Crying, who's your partner? Who's your darling? Who's your baby now? Who wakes up at night to pull you in? It don't matter, you'll just make 'em lonely anyhow. Don't know why you even try to win. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Crying, who's your partner? Who's your darling? Who's your baby now? Who wakes up at night to pull you in? It don't matter, you'll just make him lonely anyhow. Don't know why you even try to win. Who's your partner? Who's your darling? Who's your baby now? Who wakes up at night to pull you in? It don't matter, you'll just make him lonely anyhow. Don't know why you even try Thank you. Thank you. And the next song is a song from a French film, which is one of my favorites, called The Chorus, which is about a musician who comes to a boarding school for troubled youth, and he makes a difference in the lives of the students through music. Vois sur ton chemin. It means, as you see on your way. The meaning of the song is saying that as you go on your way, even though everything looks hopeless and dreary, there's always a silver lining and gold at the end of the path. Here it goes. Vois sur ton chemin, comme un oublié égaré, donnez-le lentement pour le mener vers d'autres lendemains. Sans ton cœur de la nuit, loin de l'espoir de la vie, sentier de gloire. Bonheur infantin, trop vite oublié, effacé, une lumière dorée brille sans fin tout à bout du chemin. Sans ton cœur de la nuit, loin de l'espoir de la vie, sentier de gloire. Vois sur ton chemin, comme un oublié égaré, donnez-le la main pour le mener vers d'autres lendemains. Sans ton cœur de la nuit, loin de l'espoir de la vie, sentier de gloire. Thank you. Merci. And the third song, which is the last for today, is a Korean folk song called The Boat Song. And I chose this song as it relates to my interest, the interest that I had in East Asian culture as I was growing up. And I gotta admit that when I was a child, I had this perseveration on Asian people and Asian culture. However, as I grew older, I made it into a functional interest. In other words, I made use of it by learning the Chinese language when I was in high school, and I taught myself to read Korean. 부딪히는 파도 소리 배를 띄우고 수놓소는 소리 조람구하구나 어기야 디어자 어기야 디야 어기여자 배놀이가 잔다 오늘 노청에 외럭지가 잔다 오늘 노청에 배를지가 잔다 어기야 디어자 어기야 디야 어기여자 배놀이가 잔다 어기야 디여자 어기야 디야 어기여자 배놀이가 잔다. 감사합니다. That's thank you in Korean, by the way. Yeah. Or you could say 고맙습니다. You got a little lesson here. And now I'd like to thank you all for attending my presentation of Life is a Train Ride, an Autism Journey. And I hope to see you all at the exhibit hall where you can take a closer look at my books, and I'll be signing books upon purchasing, and I hope you all have a wonderful summer. Once again, thank you. See if we have a little...